What's going on, guys? I'm Bear Degidio, and we are back with another episode of the Jaxxon podcast. I'm sitting here with the greatest co-host of all time, the one and only TJ Dillashaw. Let's go. And I'm sitting here with the one...
Oh, you're leaving me hanging.
Oh, did you leave him hanging?
Oh. I would never do that. I just wanted to make sure I get right to you so you don't get moody. And then we're sitting here with the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Rampage Jaxxon. Let's go! Back from his Western Trail adventure. It was amazing to see you in the cowboy hat. And we're sitting here with our amazing guest, a dog coming off a win, Randy Brown.
Yeah, let's go.
Randy Brown.
What up? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you? I just want to say before we get started, it's an honor just to be sitting beside two legends, two absolute legends. I was telling Dillashaw earlier that I used to watch him back when I was in high school, and then I was able to jump on a card with him, which was cool as hell, and then seeing you in person, I feel like I know you, which is crazy. You feel like an uncle or some shit.
Oh, dang.
Hell yeah. Uncle Randy.
But it's an honor. It's an honor. Thank y'all for having me.
That's amazing respect, and we don't always get that too often. And I know a lot of people probably do have a lot more respect than they show sometimes when they come on the show. Not going to say any names that got into it with you, but I do appreciate the fact that you're able to come on here and show that, because you guys are all pretty tough guys, fighters, and not always are fighters willing to do something like that. It's cool, though, to see legends like this get the respect they deserve. I'm with you on that. It's always an honor to sit with you guys as well. TJ, it's good to have you in here. I know it's not a recap. Rampage, you said it yourself.
Yeah, I thought it was a recap.
You didn't know what fights we're talking about? He's like, shit, I didn't watch the fights.
He walks in and he goes, who fought this weekend? Like, oh.
Yeah, I did. I was busy this weekend, so there was some fights I missed them.
No worries.
7-2 in his last 9 fights. Randy Brown, you've been putting on a clinic, doing well. Last fight, UFC Kansas City, you got the knockout over Nicholas Dalby. I feel like you're on a tear right now. You're finding your win, finding your stride. You're doing well. I see the hand. Can you kind of walk me through the last fight?
I think it's 9-1, right? But
is he fucking up your record?
Yeah, it's 9-1.
Hey, he does. He
No, it's 7-2 in your last 9 fights.
Nah, it's I think you gotta think about the Bryan Battle fight. We won that fight.
Oh, that's I saw you post about that. I was going through the records. Like, oh, shit.
I was like, I do my math always correct. Oh, man. You feel you beat Bryan Battles?
Yeah.
Hey, be careful what you say about Bryan Battle.
I like Bryan Battle. No.
He glaze him the most.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't corner each other like that.
Well, I can't tell the truth.
I like Bryan Battles, but I like to hear honesty. And Bryan Battles came in overweight.
You saw the fight?
Huh?
You
watched the fight?
Yeah.
I watched the fight. It went to the decision.
You saw the fight?
Yeah.
You saw it?
I did, yeah. Pieced him up first round, easily won the first round.
Don't actually. Oh my
Don't
God.
ask
Be
TJ.
really honest.
Why? I'm just telling the truth. His striking, like Bryan Battles had a slow start. And he had his striking on point. His flow was good. His feints were awesome.
There's 2 or 3 takedowns in the fight.
Got into crucifix position. If you watched the fight, you would know he pieced him up in the first round. Okay? If you actually watched the fight.
I missed that one.
Didn't catch those.
Yeah. I will say, though, that like letting him push you up against the cage for those next 2 rounds is like what swayed the judges. I know it was a split decision, like there was just like, because honestly, you're the better fighter. When you looked out there and you're like skill for skill, you're the better fighter. He just used his weight, pushed you up against the cage, made you a little tired. Couple quick, like little escapes. I'd love to show you that you can get off, like your distance. You're so tall, and your range and your flow and your feints and like moving your hands. Like that's real tricky for someone to deal with when they're at a distance. And you kind of let him just push you against the cage, Yeah,
he was a little fat boy though. So
missed weight too, right?
He's leaning on me. But anyway. Give him too much attention on it. But
how much weight was he?
It was like 4 or 5 pounds or something.
4 pounds over
in the water.
4 pounds?
That's a lot for.
I mean, that means you're starting way further. If you're missing by 4 pounds, I mean, you're way bigger than you should have been cutting weight.
Okay, but in all honesty, and regardless of who it is, how does someone come in that much overweight then?
Because they mismanaged how big they got.
They don't have scales.
Well, they got scales, man. It's a lifestyle, dude. Like. And if you mishap, who knows what's going on the outside in your life or what you have going on, and if you're not having every box checked before that fight, things can happen, right? So I think who knows what it was, but he was too big.
Do you think
fight night? I was 184 fight night.
You was 184?
Yeah, and you saying how big I look. I really don't. It's just like skinny legs, man.
Well, I'm talking about how tall you are for 170.
Yeah,
you as tall as a 205 back in my day.
No, I like talking about the split decision, though, because it's like part of your history now, right? Especially because you bounced back and looked awesome your next fight. That fight was sick. Highlight knockout that's going to always be shown now is awesome. Like, how do you get your mind right after a fight? Because I've been there. A fight you thought you won in a split decision, like you're on a 3 or 4 fight win streak before that, and it's kind of like all the momentum is taken out of your sails, but to bounce back and get that big win, like how do you deal with that?
The cool thing about it was that majority of people thought I won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a good thing about it. Obviously, there were, like you said, I was held on a cage too long, you know what I mean? But in the end, I still felt I did enough. Most people thought the same. So it wasn't really a big deal. It was just kind of like, all right,
good.
It's out of my hands. What I'm going to do, I just got to move on to the next one and just get to it. So that's pretty much what we did. And
Sweet.
I just fully focused on the next guy.
Yeah, a loss like that hits different when you feel like you won and you like really feel like you won. It's not like one just complaining and stuff. It just feels different. You don't feel like you really got your ass kicked, and they don't like it don't mess up your mental space.
Nah, I was chilling. I felt like I was in a grappling match, and I just got because you don't land 3 takedowns in a fight to his none. You know what I mean? Every exchange you win, every exchange, and the dude just holds you against the cage. It's like, all right, well, did I lose? Or,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So moving on was easy.
Some guys get bitter though, right? Like they have that loss, they think they win, they get bitter, then it's going to affect how they think about the next fights. And so it's awesome to see an awesome bounce back and a great performance afterwards, That speaks wonders to the experience you've had in the UFC. I mean, you said you've been in the UFC for 9 years. That's already a long career.
Yeah.
Sure. That's good to be able to bounce back and show your experience in the cage.
TJ, you talked about in the last podcast, Alex Pierre, the last fight, getting kind of put up against the cage, not really being able to work, coming off the cage, and then judges, and then when you let it go to the decision, things like that happen. How do you feel the judging is based right now compared to when you were fighting? You feel like they're doing a good job?
No, dude, you always see, depends from card to card and judgment to judgment. I mean, it's a tough situation, right? It's never gonna, hopefully it'll change, but from what I've seen, I mean, even on that card, there was already bad decisions before your fight too, you know, and they were like talking about it on the broadcast, like some horrible decisions that had already happened. So I don't think it's changed. I mean,
what do we got going on with your hand over there, Reddy?
My last fight, I broke it in my last fight. I broke it in the first round, and just had to keep going. You know what I mean? I started hearing like the crunching, and I think I hit him, and when I broke his nose, I started talking shit.
What were you saying during the fight?
Instant karma.
Exactly. I started talking shit, and I hit him again. And then the second shot, I think that was the shot that broke it.
What were you saying to him during the fight? I could see you mumbling something at him.
It's just mental warfare, man. I'm just trying to dominate.
You said something. I heard you say something.
I just told him that when you hit somebody, I don't know if he knew his nose is broken. So I was just letting him know, like, yeah, that shit broke.
Let him know that that fucking hurt.
So that's really it.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at like Rampage,
I think it's before this.
Rampage, you ever broke your hand? You ever broke anything?
Yeah, I broke my hand. And when I fought this Japanese guy, Pride, they used to always fuck with me. And my coach was taping up my hand the same way he always taped my hand. And then they came back there and said, "Oh, you got too much tape on there." And they made me take some tape off. It was flimsy. And the first punch in the first 2 minutes of the fight, I heard it snap it, just like that. And our rounds were 10 minutes back then, so I had to figure out how I'm gonna beat this guy with a broken hand, my right hand. Damn. So I got him on the ground and I held him and I did like a knee hook to the face, because you can knee the face on the ground, and knocked him out with a knee.
Question now, after that, you ever break it again after that?
No, I never broke it again. Never.
Damn, you hit hard too, and nothing
never,
happened.
and I think it healed stronger. I could feel like the little.
Did they put a plate in there?
No, they didn't put nothing in. Okay. It was a clean break, just like that. And I saw the X-ray, it was just off like a little side. And
what about yours? Was yours a clean break?
Well, yes and no. Yeah. So it took there was like a little shaving at the top of it, so it broke fully. The break was clean, but then it took a piece of the bone off the top, so it was like hanging off like that. Oh, damn. So they put it back. They put a screw in there, so I got the screw in there, just hardware holding it.
Then do they take the screws out later, or is the rest of your life
I don't know. He said I could if I want, but I mean, he said there's no benefits to taking it out. He said just leave it.
Well, what about when you go through metal detectors and stuff now?
They just gonna have to deal with it.
They're gonna be strip searching you and stuff. Look at Barry, he can go get some screws put in him now.
That's what he wants. He wants to be strip searched. I mean, you dress up like a cowboy this weekend in Scottsdale. What were you doing over there, Brokeback Quentin?
Brokeback.
No, I didn't say that. He
No,
told me to say
no,
that.
no,
No,
no.
he told me to say that.
No,
I didn't say that.
Because I dress up like a cowboy. Is that's supposed to be homosexual?
No, but
so
the
all
Discord-
so all cowboys are gay.
No, but you
so
use-
all cowboys are gay now.
By default, I don't think you realize this. You use the theme song. You use the song from Brokeback Mountain.
I never seen them fucking movie.
Yeah,
There
I
he
know.
is. There he is.
There he is.
I'm getting on a bull.
So you
Ain't
wanna-
no gay about
so
that.
you want to
That's
ride a
definitely
bull?
not gay.
This is amazing.
Oh shit! I may say get on there backwards.
Yeah, Luke Rockhold was talking loud on you in the group chat.
You're getting on backwards?
Yeah. He likes to ride it reverse cowboy style. Luke in the group chat, he put up a video of him wrestling a bull, and he said, "Why didn't Rampage do this?" You know, Luke gotta always show us up.
Yeah. Luke got a one
And
up
pulled the video Luke sent us. Luke sent us a video after you were writing this.
Cause I ain't white. I ain't wrestling no damn bulls. I saw a dude get his nuts stepped on out there. You think I want to do that shit?
And that's what made you get excited to want to go do it then?
No, because these two twins, they told me if I go sit on the bull, then I can meet their phone number, get their phone number and hang out with them.
Bro, I saw you kissing two blonde girls.
those are the
Oh
ones.
my God, you pulled those girls from riding the bull.
Yeah.
Where'd you do all this?
I was at Buffalo Chip in Arizona. That shit is fun as hell. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't never had that much attention from girls. They was walking up to me. Made friends for life.
This is a small town.
No, it's Arizona. But I was the only black guy. No, I wasn't. It was a couple of guys there. But I was fresh though.
I've never seen someone ride the bull with Maserati shades on. That's crazy work.
That's awesome.
It was
And
fun.
did you actually write it or no? You just played on it.
I just took pictures on it. That's all the requirement was to
here's
get
the-
those two white girls' phone numbers. Those two twins.
Here's the group chat video Luke sent us. That's Luke wrestling a bull in
That
Sacramento.
ain't no damn bull. That's a calf.
That's what you were writing.
No, I had a. It was a big bull.
And then Luke submits him.
That is calf wrestling.
Yeah, and then
Thank
Luke
you.
mounts
Thank you.
the bull and submits it. He's got a few screws loose.
No, yeah, that was a calf.
So he starts flipping off the crowd like he just won the World Cup, dude.
That wasn't no damn bull. That was a calf. The bull I sat on 3 times that size.
No.
3 times that size. I ain't wrestling no calves.
So when did you become a cowboy?
I became a cowboy a couple days ago, so now you guys got to refer to me as Cowboy Jaxxon.
We got a new sheriff in town, boys. What do you think? You like Rampage as a cowboy or Rampage like as a fighter with the chain and howling?
The wolf.
The wolf for sure.
the
I
wolf,
agree.
the wolf. We gonna
Yeah,
go
the
with that.
cowboy doesn't intimidate me too much. This image right here has my
Yeah,
back.
that's a little too happy.
Yeah,
I was happy, bro. I was happy as hell as a cowboy. I was happy as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I was so happy as a cowboy.
Randy, you grew up watching a lot of fighting?
Yeah, grew up watching boxing.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously, you know, these guys, you know what I mean?
Who'd you grow up watching that you loved?
Obviously Floyd. Boxing is my first love, you know what I mean? So I was watching, you know, Corrales. I was watching Roy Jones. Everyone loves Roy Jones.
Yeah.
You know, what's the other guy in it? Tony. What's his last name? I don't even remember his last name.
James Tony.
James Tony.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Lights out, James Tony.
yeah, so like a lot of the boxers, I used to watch a lot of boxing. You know, MMA is when I started watching. Obviously, you guys, BJ Penn. You know, BJ Penn is the first fight I ever seen him versus Joe Stevenson.
Oh wow.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
first MMA fight ever, and I was just like, damn, I want to try that. You know,
What was your first martial art you took up?
my first boxing. Boxing was my first start, and then after that, I got into jiu-jitsu. I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but I started jiu-jitsu late. I was probably like 20 or something like that when I started jiu-jitsu.
And you took up wrestling?
Nah.
Oh,
Nah, I didn't
Why
start
you-
wrestling until MMA. I'll tell you a funny story. Like, when I met my coach, right, I decided, like, I wanted to fight, and he put me in a fight. And 2 weeks after I met him, it's an amateur fight, obviously. Right?
Yeah.
2 weeks after I met him, he's like, oh, you want to fight? And I'm like, yeah, I want to fight. Everybody wants to fight, but nobody wants to fight. You know what I mean? Everybody says they want to fight, but nobody wants to put in the work. So he's like, you want to fight? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. He just threw me in a fight just to see what my heart was like if I really wanted to do it, right? And I could tell you what, the dude I fought, I had zero wrestling experience. All I had was like a double jab 2. I had a 1-1-2 in my back pocket. I was skinny. I was probably like 168, soaking wet, right? I fought at 170, and I'm lanky and skinny. And let me tell you, that dude was a wrestler. That was my first time experiencing someone that wrestled. That dude, that Jack dude, he picked me. He could have threw me out the octagon if he wanted to. He was throwing me everywhere, all over the place. And you know, with like 10 seconds left in the last round, I got him in a ninja choke, choked him unconscious.
you got him in a nigga
Nah.
choke? The fuck? I never heard of that. What the fuck
No,
is a nigga
it's a
choke?
ninja choke.
Oh, ninja.
A ninja
Oh,
choke.
oh, my
ninja
bad,
choke.
dog. My
Yeah.
bad.
So
Good to have you back.
So
Man, your evolution in the sport, just even watching you in the UFC, has been like fantastic, right? Seeing you grow from the beginning to where you're at now. What do you credit that to?
staying the course,
Yeah.
and just being resolute and just resolved from the beginning. You set a goal, and just having nothing else is going to distract you from that. Literally showing up every day.
Love it.
That's it.
Hell yeah. Are you with the same team from?
Yep. Never changed it.
Cool.
Never changed.
Really?
Since
Nice.
amateur till now.
Yeah.
Well, never
I've
changed.
seen you on interviews. You've been pretty open, and you've talked about growing up in Jamaica and Queens, and you've talked about your family. You've talked about MMA being an outlet for you. Fighting. What was it? Was it a team? Was it a coach? Did someone grab you? Were you getting in trouble? How did you transition from?
For me, I really have I'm just trying to find my way, something to escape, you know what I mean, and make it. And I didn't really have any other options. So it's funny, I literally just posted on my story a conversation I had with my coach. And because I used to live in the gym. I slept in the gym for 3 years, right? It's called uchideshi, right? You clean the gym and shit like that when everybody's, finished training and all that. And I wake up, I train every session. Some days I would train and never go outside. Just I'm in the gym all day training. And, I didn't really have shit else. I have no options. I had no other skills, nothing like that. So I was like, this is it. I was only plan A. You know what I mean? Plan B is for women. I don't have plan B. I got plan A, so that's it.
Dude, I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
I like
Smart.
that,
That's
dude.
smart. Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
You know what Plan B
it's
is?
factual.
You know what Plan B is?
Yeah.
He's taken it a few times.
I try not to. I always have with plan A. I try to make sure that always works. TJ, stop. Come on. Stop, dude. I told you I stick to my goals.
It's always like this.
So you Jamaican?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite Jamaican dish?
My favorite Jamaican dish. Let me see. So many. Maybe the national dish, ackee and saltfish.
What is
Dumpling
it?
bananas. Ackee is a fruit. Ackee is a fruit, but we make it with like saltfish, with like cod. Right?
Oh,
I think
wow.
I call it codfish, and mix it up in there, and we make dumplings, boiled dumplings, but we knead them. They're thick. Sometimes we put cornmeal in them, and then green bananas. We boil the bananas.
Green bananas?
Yeah, but we boiled them. We boiled them and eat it with like yam. Yam is like ground food, like yellow yam, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know how to cook?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Every Jamaican know how to cook.
For real?
Yeah. The men in our culture, mostly the men do the cooking.
No way.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
What the women be doing while y'all cooking?
I mean, they cook too, but most the men you got to know how to cook. As a man, that's like you got to just know how to cook.
Wow. Damn, I ain't a man.
I
don't know how to cook shit. I go to
Bro,
Jamaica,
you built a taco stand in your backyard. I think you know how to cook.
but I don't know how to cook.
Wait, how you don't know how to cook, bro? You know how to make cereal?
Yeah, that's easy.
that's
Just
not-
add-
that's not cooking.
That's not cooking, bro.
Well, for him, we'll give him a win. It's Rampage. We give you a
I want to learn how to cook though. I want to learn.
Oh,
how
we
to
should do a
cook.
cooking class. Me and you together.
I ain't doing nothing with you.
Yo, Rampage, hand me that chocolate protein. Yo, I brought you some Wild Society, Randy. This is my new brand here. I want to give you some gifts before you leave.
Oh, yeah.
Some great protein that I built. It's things I wish I would have had when I
Why
was
you giving me the
competing.
chocolate one?
What's that? You wanted the chocolate? You want the watermelon lime? You want the watermelon lime? Is that what you want?
You got something to get off your chest, Rampage.
Nah, I'm just gonna leave it
Come
there.
on, man. Don't do all that.
I'm just gonna
These
leave it
are our
there.
two best hero SKUs right now. They're selling the best at
Bro, he's
Sprouts.
killing it. He's in every
Yeah.
Sprouts.
It's like plant based.
No, it's all animal based.
Nice.
So it's a whey protein concentrate, grass fed. I added a superfood mushroom blend to it, so it's got reishi, cordyceps, and Siberian ginseng. Help with adaptogens, help reduce stress, improve athletic performance, cognitive function. And then over here's a whey protein isolate. It's clear. It drinks more like a Gatorade than it does a protein powder.
Nice.
And so I added electrolytes to it. So like that's what I'm drinking when I'm in the gym training because it's like instant absorption. Protein synthesis within 30 minutes. The concentrates are more for like a meal replacement, drink before you go to bed. Things I wish I would have had when I was training. I feel like there was a gap in the market. Everything in there is healthy as well too. It's no artificial flavorings, no artificial sweeteners. We built it for the natural sector. So we built it for like Sprouts, Whole Foods, people that are like really focusing on nutrition, health, and wellness.
One thing about TJ, I got to give it to him. This guy loves the body. He loves the idea of trying to train at the highest level, be healthy, but he has a passion for understanding people. Like this guy goes out of his way to text me and my boys, the producers, always make sure everybody's diet's good, anything we need. He's always giving advice. So like a guy who's passionate about not just himself, but the people around him, making sure everybody's healthy. It's a true testament to why his brand's very successful. I got to give him that. Especially this guy, he showed up to my house to watch a fight. Power goes out. We go to a bar. He don't touch nothing. The bar went crazy when he walked in. He's like always on his diet, always on his food. It's cool. It's cool to see someone who's actually about it.
That's real
Not
talk.
everybody's like that. You know, when they travel, they'll eat a ton of cheat meals and just get off their diet. And, you know, it's just, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's real talk, though. We always hit him up and ask him questions before we try anything. That's important. That's important to me because I don't know none of this shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know.
It's all informed choice too. So it's third party tested. You know, the UFC is super strict with how they do the products you're allowed to take. So it's got informed choice, informed sport on it. So it's approved by the UFC as well too.
I'm definitely gonna give it a try.
Thanks, man. Heck yeah.
That's important to improve by the UFC because some fighters got in trouble with shit like that before.
Yeah, you can get. So you are like you are in charge of what goes in your body, obviously, right? Too. And if you take a supplement that has that on it and you do get in trouble, then it's not your fault, right? But if it's because they won't have it in there, that's why the logo's on there. So it's all third party tested. It costs more money, that's why a lot of brands don't do it. But you know, we wanted to bring transparency to our consumers as well as to the athletes that are going to be using it. Know that they can use it because it's third party.
Do you
tested.
think some supplement companies be lying about that?
I know they do. That's why I built my own brand. I
then
was working for other brands. I was sponsored by other brands. And that's why they don't put that logo on there because then they're going to be held accountable for what's actually in it.
Yeah, he didn't. Romero, did he win a lot of money?
Yeah.
He sued.
Yeah, Yoel Romero. He sued the brand that basically got him in trouble, and he sued him for like $40 million.
Why is he still fighting and bare knuckle and all this crazy shit if he got $40 million?
Who knows how much he actually won, though, you know, and then paying attorneys and I don't know.
Sometimes big settlements like that, they'll BK the company before they have to pay out.
So sometimes what happens is they make two different supplements in the same factory.
Yeah.
And then just the residue from the other one is just contaminated.
Yeah.
So when you take it, then it tests positive.
Yeah, y'all think that's what happened to Garcia? What's his name?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia.
In boxing?
In boxing.
Nah, he took that shit.
No, they set him up. They set him up.
No, I don't know, man.
You think he actually took something? That kid's been a dog his whole life. I think they set him up.
Come on, man.
It was like what do you think? Since you always have an opinion.
I like Ryan Garcia. I don't think he's a cheater.
Yeah, I don't think he cheated.
I like him too, but I
You
mean, y'all
follow
from
a lot of
Cal,
boxing?
y'all all from the same area and all that. So like, I figured y'all
Nah,
got skin in the game.
I don't know. You linking us because of our region?
I don't know.
Nah,
This is Mr. Worldwide. He just came back with
I think he don't
Philippines.
like Ryan Garcia because he came in overweight and Battle came in overweight. He don't like.
You hold it against
Nah,
people coming
nah.
overweight.
It's not
You
even that I
people
don't
who are
like
chubby.
him. I just think that like
people that are chubby.
if you look at his voice, you remember how his voice changed?
I saw that Instagram
all that
short.
stuff.
Oh, drugs
What
change your
short?
voice?
I didn't even see a short. That's
It's-
something I just looked at. Just look at him. He got all brolic, and now he's off it because for the rematch, and like his voice is back.
Found God.
The
He's
twitch is
quiet.
gone. He's
He
just
found
like a
God.
regular guy again.
I don't know, man.
No, I
A
think
lot of
what
people-
happens when people find God or find their meaning, maybe they slow down a little bit at press conferences. They don't feel the need to put on such a big show. But you know, I can't. I like Ryan Garcia. I've known him since he was a kid. I've been hooking him up at my
There it
paintball
is.
park.
Blazer. That's what it is. You see it.
He been supporting me since he was a little kid. When he was in Victorville with his brother, they used to come to my paintball park and show me a lot of love when he didn't need to. So I always got to support that because here's what I like. I like to support the people that have always supported me, even when they didn't need to, when I didn't have crazy big brands, because I started with my paintball parks. That's how we know each other from 15 years ago. And a lot of celebrities and athletes and fighters would come there, like Anderson Silva, show me love, give me the opportunity. Rampage gave me the opportunity to make merch. So I can never switch up. I can't switch up. So I always got to.
You got to hold him accountable though.
Exactly what he said. But Ryan Garcia, though,
I think he's clean. I think it was a bad
it's
testing.
clean. I think it's clean. But to his defense,
He's a bad boy. He is. I give him. He's a bad
to his
boy.
defense, I think his fight with what's that sucker name to try to sue him? That
Oh,
dude-
you talking about Devin Haney?
Devin Haney. Yeah, I think he tried to act crazy to promote the fight because they wasn't selling tickets at first. Y'all remember back then?
Yeah, when he was on Twitter, wilding out on Twitter.
Yeah, I think that's what he did, and then the fight started picking up. I think that's why he acted like that. But I don't know how drugs. I never tried
I mean,
drugs.
but
So I don't know
regardless
how
if you know
people act from.
boxing, he put it on him on that fight.
He kicked his ass.
What happened to his voice?
Well, I didn't know there's a singing competition.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. I fought in Pride where almost everybody was taking drugs,
Yeah.
right? And I beat people that was on steroids, and I've never taken it, right?
Yeah, but you special.
Yeah, but you're different. Yeah, come on, you're different.
I've lost to people.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you for talking some sense in there.
But me saying that, I don't think
You
there's-
stuffed Kevin Randleman doing a double leg on you. That was like one of the most powerful dudes I've ever seen wrestle.
Yeah,
What do you
but
mean?
Power bombed another grown man.
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Thank
for
you.
sure,
Take
Ronald
it,
was on that
Sean.
shit. For sure, Ronald was on that shit. But I just don't think steroids will help you win a fight. It'll probably help you prepare for a fight better, but I don't think it'll help you win.
I mean, if it can help you bench more than what you could normally bench.
Yeah.
It can help you hit a per square inch, right? When you crack something, right? You might crack it a little harder than you normally would crack it.
And then when you feel like that too, you're gonna have like this confidence
Yeah.
mentally too, right? And like so much of the mindset going into a cage is
I
gonna
didn't
be
think about
mental
that
as
part.
well too.
Yeah, I didn't think about that part.
Cause them left hooks was flying. They always flew. But sometimes when they land, some people could take them. That dude was not. Haney couldn't take nothing from that side.
You think he was always on, or he just did it for that one fight?
I can't speak to that.
I don't think he ever even
I don't
did.
know.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm just
I think-
asking what he thinks.
I think he just did a lot of good road work, good cardio.
What happened to
Crazy
his
bag
voice?
work.
His body changed, his voice. But anyway,
It's just puberty. Everybody hits at a different time.
What? This man grown as hell, puberty. He's grown as hell.
What do you mean?
He's in his late 20s, ain't he?
Everybody goes through a different point in
You
their
think
life.
his
where
balls just dropped?
I don't know nothing.
Bears
about
did.
balls.
That's why.
pretty sure.
That's why Bears all in shape now.
Listen,
His balls
you
just
put
dropped.
me on some stuff, I'll go in that ring and I'll show you what I could do.
You already on some shit.
I ain't on nothing.
Bro.
I'm all natty.
We the only ones in here all that is, except for you. You the one over here on some shit.
Okay, you need to chill back and fall back with all that nonsense. You came from Scottsdale, a completely different person, and I ain't taking any of it anymore.
Yeah, I got my confidence back, man. I want to move out there, man. I had girls walking up to me.
Can you imagine Rampage finds it hard to get girls out here?
Bro, it's hard for me to get girls out here in Orange County. I ain't
Well, you've been here for how long?
over 20 years.
Yeah.
Randy, check this out. This is what Rampage was doing. He's doing a twerk contest in front of a Michelada stand in Scottsdale. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh, they're holding on to you while they were twerking?
I'm telling you, the Cowboys. I'm telling you, boy.
I seen Rampage in action. I don't know what you thought. I've seen you. Man.
But not here in
we all
Orange
seen the
County.
videos, man. We know what's up.
But not here. Look at my cousin. My cousin's pulling them too.
Wait, you dressed up your cousin like
Yeah, my cousin's a cowboy too.
That's your barber.
Yeah, he cowboy. His last name
my
Jaxxon.
God, dude.
We
This-
both cowboy Jaxxon.
What talked you into doing this? What made you want to do this?
My cousin.
Oh my God.
He's like, it's gonna work.
Hey,
I
what's
promise.
this spicy little pepper you have on you?
I forgot about her.
She got a crazy back tat.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I forgot about her.
That's crazy.
I was drunk as hell.
Oh my God, look at her back tat. That look, dude, what in the world? Bro, it looked like you got Tony Ferguson twerking on you.
Tony Ferguson.
She got the angel wings on her back.
What the fuck?
What? She got
Where does your mind go,
she
bro?
got the angel wings, and Tony Ferguson got the angel wings.
I hope Tony Ferguson. I hope you hear this shit. And
No, I'm saying she got angel wings like Tony
what's
Ferguson.
she doing down there all day?
Bro, was
You don't
she-
remember any of this?
No, I was drunk as fuck.
Randy, you go out a lot?
Nah, not
you
really.
you
Party
married?
a lot?
I don't party too much, but every now and again. I mean, after my last fight,
You gotta celebrate.
I celebrated.
Yeah.
Were you?
Are you married?
Nah.
Oh yeah, so you can ask some questions. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can actually.
Now
Oh,
you
thank
got,
you.
yeah, because
I
we
came-
got to respect the married people.
Bro, I came here to give him a platform, Rampage, and I'm not going to let you take that away from him. So he can say whatever it is he wants to say. You get what I'm saying? You have a nice roster.
Had.
So
Man,
you a spitter, not a swallower. I can
Oh
tell.
my god, this motherfucker! He's so disrespectful, bro.
Hey, Randy, you got a nice roster.
I mean, now no.
Why you
not
focus on
anymore.
fighting or what?
I mean, I recently. I mean, I got a girl.
Oh.
So it's new, but
Yeah.
That's new to Bear too.
Is it hard to have a girl like when you're in camp and you're fighting and like?
my situation is super complicated. My situation got. It's a lot.
Okay.
So
Y'all live together?
nah,
She in Jamaica or Queens or?
she's in the States.
Oh, so you're good.
Yeah.
Pop in, pop out when you want. This isn't like a Mante Teo thing. Is it like you've met her before?
No, of course.
Oh,
of
okay,
course.
cool.
You met on a date now?
Nah. I don't do the apps.
Yeah, I don't
That's
do
not
that
really
shit.
my thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not really my thing.
do
I
you
don't
mean?
do.
I don't do date naps.
So whose subscription is Grindr on your phone that comes in every week on the company? What?
It's on the company card.
He builds it.
Oh man.
Is it hard to balance like a crazy life? Because UFC right now is becoming more popular than ever. You guys are full blown global superstars. Like, Rampage is like one of the biggest superstars of all time in fighting. TJ is just one of the biggest names. But right now, what we're seeing with the organization, it's like you guys
it's
are
growing.
becoming mainstream athletes. So is it hard for you to kind of go out and deal with all that with the girl? And
Nah,
fighting?
I'm very like I'm super resolute in what I'm doing, and I'm focused on my career at the end of the day. And I'm the best. I know that I'm the best when it comes to compartmentalizing things, like and prioritizing what needs to be done. I do that, So it's easy for me, man. It's easy, but I know how to have fun. I do what I need to do. You know what I mean, and I keep that where it needs to be. And I just focus on the fighting. But I know how to have fun. And so I do what I need to do.
What's a hobby? What do you do when you're not fighting?
When I'm not fighting, I'm mostly fighting.
You locked in right now.
I'm mostly in the gym, but other than that, I'm trying to set myself up for life after fighting as well. So like I'm focused on like several businesses. I just started a charity called the Randy Brown Foundation to help kids back home where I grew up, and you know, I'm just trying to set myself up for later. Those are the other things that I focus on, you know. But as far as like the fun part, you know, the fun is always going to be there. You know what I mean? Jamaica is a party culture. You know what I mean? So that's always there. It's always there. No matter what, I'm gonna have fun. You know what I mean? Fun is always there. But my main focus is, you know, trying to make the best out of my career and being able to live, still maintain a fun, successful life after fighting.
Nice.
I love that.
So you started with boxing, you said, right?
Yeah.
How old were you when you started?
15.
15, okay. I've noticed like you got like, great hands, great motion, great distance control and feints. And like I'll see spurts of you throwing kicks and they look awesome. Why don't we see more of them from you?
My toes, man.
Your toes? You don't want to hurt your toes?
No, I'm joking. I've broken my feet, you know, several times. But my coach, one of my coaches, he's, you know, shout out Keith Trimble. He's always just like, man, use your fucking tools. Like you can do so much more. You're fighting, you're beating guys with half of your skill set that I know you can do.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the thing. I don't know. I should kick more.
You definitely should.
In my mind, I do. Like when I got to tell myself, like in camp, I'm like, all right, today, everybody getting kicks today. I'm wilding today, and then like I do that, and then the fight comes, and I fall to what I trust. You know, I know I can put hands on somebody. I have access. I can be first. The fight starts, I can walk up to you and punch you in your face right away.
Yeah, your jab's fucking crisp. It's super good jab.
Thank you.
But I mean, I've seen like you throw like a nice inside leg kick just to set up your combos. But there's like some glimpses of it in your fight. If you go back and watch, like where you throw like a good head kick, it's like, where's that at? Like,
because
you can follow up your hands. Like your hands, you're landing, you're getting them to slip and move and cover. That's when that kick comes right behind you. Like same side kicks, you know, like
they're
right off
there,
that right
man.
hand.
I've knocked people out, you know, in sessions with kicks. Like they're there. It's just, you know, whenever I need it, maybe. You know, we'll see. Maybe someone puts me in a situation where that's what I got to do. I mean, if y'all notice, in the second round, after I broke my hand, right? The second round, if you go back, now that y'all notice, if you go back and watch it, the second round, I was all jabs. I threw like 50 lead hand combinations. At one point I was stirring the pot. I threw like 3 hooks, you know, off the same side, and then it was just front kicks, slow kicks, front kicks. Like
you do, good job feinting your kicks too. That's why I want to see more of them.
I knocked him out with a right hook.
Yeah,
the same broken hand.
Well, I thought it was 1-1-2 down the pipe.
Nah, that was an old knockout.
Oh, that's right.
This knockout, it was a hook. We were just trading in the pocket, and I heard him with something. I switched. I went to throw a kick. I heard him with a jump knee, and I touched him with the right hand, and it kind of wobbled him. And then he just started swinging. But I knew he can't punch, really. He's not a puncher. He throws hands because he hurt me in the first. He dropped me like a flash knockdown in the first. But I know he can't punch. He's not like it's different when you spar with like high level boxers and like they punch.
Oh yeah, they hit a lot.
A lot of MMA guys, they don't really punch. Like they just throw hands. You know what I mean?
Their feet aren't in the ground as much as the boxers are.
Yeah.
You know?
So when he started swinging his arms, I was just like, I was throwing with him, and I was like, nah. The punches were like skimming by me, touching my head, my hands, and I was like, there's nothing on those. So I just went back in there. I faked the switch kick. Yeah. You know, and then I like changed my mind, and I just started throwing punches. And then, you know, I caught him with a rear hook and knocked him out.
That's right. Face planted him.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, that kind of like leads me into like my next question, right? So I'm asking like about these kicks because there's things that I see like you could be like even greater when you're in there, right? Like you have so much abilities and you can be even greater. Like if I seen some kicks coming behind your punches, but like what I've always done when I've gotten into a fight to game plan, I always think about, say I'm fighting Rampage, I'm fighting Bear, like how are they going to beat me? Like what holes do I have in my armor that they're going to game plan for to try to beat me? And that's how I game plan my fights and like find my own openings. Have you done that to yourself? And do you do that when you go in? Like
every time.
Like, so what do you like right now? If I was like, what do you feel like is your, I mean, obviously you don't want to give it to the world, but like your chink in your armor?
There's always chinks.
Yeah.
I've always had chinks. I think we all have chinks as
course.
fighters.
Yeah, don't answer that. Don't answer that. I thought about that.
I know what's going on.
Tell everybody where you're bad at so that way they can all watch this podcast.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I'm gonna answer it because here's the thing, right? There's always been something. Every fight for me, there's always been something glaring. Even for my entire career, there's always been a thing, right? When I first came in, it was leg kicks. Like he don't check leg kicks. He got that deep boxer stance. He don't check leg kicks. And that's always been a reoccurring theme, right? But I've never, the only person to beat me via leg kicks was Bilal back in 2017, right? And it was like, that's a hole that I filled up. And then they all try it, but it doesn't work for them.
Footwork's better now.
Yeah. So now the next thing after that was, damn, he can't wrestle. Let's take him down. When have I ever been taken down and held down? When have I ever been dominated via wrestling? Never. Yeah. All right. So then they're like, shit, all right, now hold him against the cage. This last dude, he tried it.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works for you. Yeah. You know, so I'm a guy I'm always continuously actively seeking to get better. Someone asked me this. I think it was the broadcast asked me this, right? They said, how come you can still stay so positive and you can still stay so consistent? You've been in the UFC for so long. Most guys, your average career lasts like 3 years. Yeah. Unless you're not even in the top 15. Yeah. But how are you you've been fringe, you're just here. I just won't go away. I'm just here. And I'm thriving. Yeah. And it's like, how are you doing that? You know how I do that? Is that I know my skill set. I know how good I am. The people I've lost to, I've never lost 2 in a row, right? Maybe I've had some bad matchups, right? And I've dropped some bad decisions or whatever, right? But
we all have, yeah.
The thing is, every day when I show up in that gym, I show up with purpose and I'm actively seeking to get better, man. It's easy to just, fall, man. It's easy to just fall into like, damn, I lost this fight. Damn, I guess my career isn't, I'm just here now and I'm content. I'll just show up. And I see it around the gym. I see it around people.
So easy to let those negative thoughts in.
They just show up. They just they just start showing up and they'll be like, all right, I'm a UFC fighter and I'll show up, I get my check. And but I might win this one, I might lose. Yeah. I'm never on that type of wave. Ever. I'm always actively seeking to get better. What am I doing wrong? Fix it. How can I get better? Fix it. And I'm giving 100% in the gym every single day. And that's what makes me competitive this entire time.
That's why I asked that question, because I've said them being in the podcast, your evolution was like so great, and I asked you what did you put that towards? And that's why I bring up what do you think your chinks are? So because I know that once you start thinking about them, you're going to get better at them, right? Because you've already evolved so much throughout your career. So yeah, it's awesome to hear that.
Appreciate it.
We asked the Jaxxon podcast Discord a couple questions, and obviously we saw JDM get the belt. They want to know, what was it like fighting him? Is he as good as everybody says he is? Obviously, he put on a great fight. You know, what do you think about him as a fighter? And then obviously your fight against him.
I was just talking to my manager about him recently when we were coming.
By the way, I love your manager.
Yeah, he's a man. Master
Very incredibly dedicated to helping us get guests. Always working with us on top of it. Very supportive of the podcast. One of the best managers I've seen in the game.
He's like that with everything. He's like that with everything. Like, hey, Matt, hit this company up for me, or Matt, these people didn't get back to me, or this and that. He's on top of it. Anything. He's super reliable.
I love it.
Shout out Matt. But yeah, man. JDM is when I first fought JDM, he cracked me, right? He cracked me. He caught me early. The fight started, and the game plan was with JDM was to come out and be fast. Don't hit him with anything hard. Just get into his head and just come out and just start. In that fight, I was even slapping him. I came out and just used speed. Pop, 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 pop. I got off like 20 shots in the first round, right? And when I knew he was good is when I realized he's also resolute, also resolved from the beginning. He never changed. A lot of guys, you come out and you just start pop, 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 pop. That they start to like, oh fuck, already shit, and then they start taking a back foot. He never. He just stayed composed. He stayed true to who he was. You know, he backed me up to the cage. He looped a right hand that I thought was gonna be a. He threw it. I thought it was gonna be straight, or even if he did hook it. So I steered him. I extended him. You know, you put your hand on the side of his head, and I tried to steer him and lean this way. But what he did was when he threw it, he stepped his back foot up with the punch, and it covered so much more ground than I thought it was going to cover, right?
Yeah.
Here it is right here. Now, watch how he steps. He's going to step that back foot as he loops. See how that little hop, it caught, boom. So now when I hit the ground, I'm trying to recover, right? I came back. As soon as I hit the ground, I'm good. I'm like, shit. So I'm trying to cover. I turn. I try to get to my feet. He jumped on my back and choked me, right?
Got it.
Now, JDM, in that moment, I was like, man, that fight doesn't play out like that if I fight him again. 100% doesn't play out the same if I fight him again. He's a good fighter, very composed, no tell on his punches, amazing boxing, good eyes, very good eyes. I just felt that way. But now, after watching his fight recently, he's evolved so much more. He's not that same guy anymore. You know, so shout out to him. And going back, I'm looking forward to fighting him at some point again. And I would approach it so much more differently than I did. You know, those fast shots early on to get in his head, and then halfway through the round, start sitting on those shots. I never got to start sitting on the shots. he cut me off and got me out of there.
What about when you fought Bilal? You fought two guys that just fought for the title. You fought both of them. You've had a great roster of talent. Like you said, you've been here for a while and you haven't, faltered at all. And you're still staying strong on your path. What was it like fighting Bilal?
Bilal, man, I was a kid. Bilal was funny. Bilal was, I fought Bilal in Brooklyn, at the Barclays Center. I think it was 2016 or 17. Bilal was deceiving. I'll tell y'all a funny story, right, about Bilal. Sorry, Bilal, I'm going to tell a story, but no disrespect to Bilal, because I fuck with Bilal. Bilal is the homie now. I remember I made my debut, right, and we're fighting my next fight. We were at somewhere, I think we were in Tampa, right, and I'm watching Bilal backstage warm up with my coach, and I'm looking at him hit the pads, right, where he was really in the same area. And I look over at my coach and I'm like, yo, look at this dude right here. He looks fucking horrible. I'm like, yo, how is he here?
I've been hanging out with TJ.
I'm like, no, I swear. I'm like,
TJ comment.
But he did. But we're both kids. We're both green, right? I wasn't ready for the UFC at this. I got in, I had 6 fights.
How old are you, 26?
26, yeah, I had
26.
6 fights. Yeah.
How old was Bilal? 28, 29?
Probably about 28, 29, yeah, something like that. But like, I wasn't ready. I was not ready for you. I wasn't UFC caliber at that time. I had to learn on the job and become, what I am today. But I remember seeing him and I was like, I'm better than him though. I remember I was like, I'm better than him though, right? But I had I'm a kid. That's like immature thinking. My coach is saying to me, he said, well, Randy, he might have something that other skill sets. Maybe his wrestling is really good. Maybe his grappling. And I'm like, nah, I can see it. That he's trash, right? That's what I'm thinking in my mind. That's what I'm saying. So I'm scheduled to fight someone else, and I forget the guy, but he tested positive, right, for something, some kind of PDs, and he pulled it. So he got removed from the fight. And then they asked me to fight Lyman Good, right? And Lyman was on a tear at the time. He's a Bellator champ at the time. He just came from Bellator, or they gave me Bilal. I was like, send Bilal, man. I was like, send Bilal, right? And so I entered this fight super overly confident and just like, I'm gonna run. During the fight, he would just throw these little leg kicks, pop, pop. They never hurt, and I just felt like, I'm gonna get him. Eventually, I'm like, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna get him. And before you know it, time's running out, and he's kicking you in my leg. I'm not hurt at all. He's just scoring. And then before you know it, he beat me in a decision. You know what I mean? And I'm like, shit, I fucked up. So.
You never just pulled the trigger. You never jumped on him, huh?
Nah, I was just like, I'm going to crack him. I know I'm going to get him with the right hand. I'm going to crack him with the right hand at some point. And every time I went, he was just right out of the way.
He wasn't trying to take you down or anything?
He tried, but I stopped him.
Oh, okay.
He got me down at the end, and that was really it, man.
You're tall, dude. It's hard to take down tall guys sometimes. Their legs, get them up off the ground. Unless they get you against the cage, it's really hard to take down a tall guy for the weight class.
Yeah.
You do a good job, and your body locks are solid. Like this body locks you hit on Bryan Battles, and the body locks you get for how tall you are, they're good, man.
That's my Kutuiwaza, that's my thing. If
Yeah.
I get these long arms, I get behind you.
And then you step behind his legs and you land in side control. It's nice.
I got some judo in my back pocket.
Yeah,
like Greco.
What about the one-arm rear naked choke, UFC 261 on Oliveira? How did you pull that one off?
That was a fun fight. I just did it.
Were you training? Were you training that?
That's something that I do. I got the long arms, so like if I get behind you and I can grab your shoulder, I don't really have to squeeze. I'll just pop my hips into your back. You know what I mean? Especially if I have a figure four around your waist.
Yeah.
And my arms are low. That's a attribute driven.
Yeah.
That must be nice. Just have to use one arm.
One arm rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Man, I hate those. I hate fighting people that's taller than me. That's how Jones got me. That long arm. It got me in a rear naked.
How do you train for someone who's taller than you? Besides bringing in someone in camp, like, is there like a good technique that helps against people that are taller than you?
You got to be able to close the distance as a smaller guy safely, right? Because otherwise, if guys striking like this, you're gonna run into a right hand. So you got to be able to come in with good feints and good motion, right? So I fought a lot of guys that were taller than me, but it always had to be like get them off rhythm. Like you do a really good job with your arms and your feints to get guys like off their own rhythm. And as a smaller guy, you got to do that even more because you can get caught on the way in. So
you do that. You do that a lot, like the same feints and moving your head off center, to find your way in.
Yeah, trying to get outside their shoulders. That's why I switch my stances up a lot too, and I'll hit like a sprint cross from orthodox, and then come back southpaw, or hit switch crosses from orthodox, and that's all because to get outside the shoulders because they're dangerous right here in front of me, right? To where if I can close distance on the outside, I'm not going to get caught with something, you know?
Rampage, who'd you bring in as a sparring partner for your John Jones fight?
I brought in this real tall guy from England, Tony Moran. He was real good boxer and kickboxer, but I didn't have anybody to grapple with.
You didn't have any grappling sparring partners?
I did, but not anybody that resembles John Jones. I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I let my coaches do everything, but normally I would say something. You know, he knew jiu-jitsu, but he wasn't a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler.
He was a striker. The guy I brought in.
Oh, the guy you brought in.
The guy I brought
in.
in.
Jones.
No. The guy I brought in was a striker. He was a boxer and a kickboxer.
Gotcha.
So we sparred a lot of boxing and kickboxing, and we did a little grappling, but he wasn't a grappler. He did a few MMA fights. Man, he knew how to grapple, but he wasn't like a black belt or anything.
You know where people make a lot of mistakes is that for the tall guy thing. That's why I'm always even more confident when people say they're bringing in guys. Sometimes I'm like, all right, you know, for me, is that there's tall, right? There's a lot of tall. You could be tall, but most tall people are closer to the clumsy side, right? Because we're just so lanky. You know what I mean? So instinct naturally is to straighten up and use your height to get away from stuff. You know what I mean? So like you could bring in a tall guy. He could be tall, but is he coordinated? You know, is he skilled? You know, is he fast? Yeah. You know, so you could bring in tall guys, but tall people aren't necessarily fast. Yeah. Right? They're a little more lumbering. You know what I mean? So you got to be very specific. And I feel like a lot of people just see tall guys and they're fighting Randy. I just got to bring in tall guys. You're going to need a guy that's really fast. You're going to need a guy that
can throw hands,
that has good feints, good angles, good footwork, and you know, not stationary. So it's tough to. I think it's tough to get someone, you know, to prepare for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're based out of New York. Have you ever paid a visit to Sarah Longo?
Yeah. Sarah's my guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You train out there at all or no?
Here and there, I used to go on like the Tuesday classes for jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I fought his guy to get into the UFC, Robert Plotkin, on the Looking for a Fight thing.
Robert Black-Kid?
Plotkin.
Well, he's in the UFC now?
On the Dana White Looking for a Fight?
Yeah. But my coach, my sensei, and Matt Serra, John Danaher, all of them came up together. All of them were like, you know, so they all used to train together in the blue basement, all that. So it's a close family. So I go over there, I train with them, I spar with them, and all that.
You train with Matt Serra?
Yeah, I've trained with Matt.
You rode with him?
I've rode with him before a few times. Yeah, he's a tank still.
No. Wait. Why you do that?
You know,
he's built like a cinder block.
He's built like a fire hydrant right now. That's crazy, but like
and they both talk the same. They both act
yeah.
Killers. They be doing the same thing. I can see that.
I see it. Yeah.
We're more like we like to kind of beat around the bush a little bit, but you guys are straight to it.
Yeah, man.
You guys don't care about people's feelings, do you?
No. Oh, TJ don't.
No, TJ don't.
I mean, I do. I sometimes I talk before I think about shit, and I just am too honest, you know, of how I feel, and I should, you know, get better at that. But that's why you bring me fucking on here, because you get me to run my mouth.
I know, but how is it when you actually meet the fighters in person?
Wait, what did I say? What did I say bad?
No, you didn't say nothing bad.
No,
I thought you finna call him a butterball or something.
No. You just feel like, you know, enclosed and caged when he's on top. Like he's like a beast. You know?
Okay, because Matt, my homie. So I wasn't gonna let him do this and describing Matt. That's all I'm saying. Matt,
you a good friend.
Thank you.
You're sensitive, dude.
I am. My daughter tells me that, and I didn't want to believe it.
We're all sensitive though. Fighters are sensitive.
No, he's been very sensitive lately. There's normal sensitive and then there's Rampage. Yeah, he's very sensitive.
No, don't believe that shit.
Like if I come at him,
he always shit on my name, bro. He always shit on my name.
What
bro.
the?
He posted the cowboy picture trying to make fun of me, and you know I live stream on Kick, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So these guys watching me.
Should have seen him at the Sephora.
And then on there you can like it's like a donation, or whatever. You can pay money to, then everybody can hear you. And they was doing that, clowning me, man. Like
you don't realize that all that's promotion, though. You know what I mean? Like
we built this whole show together.
Like, that's why I'm saying like you're sensitive. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like you're dressed in a cowboy, so you look dope as shit. Chicks are coming at you. Who cares what he said?
Give me a
hug. Yeah, you're right. No, I want to hug you though.
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
No, I don't want to hug you.
No, you my best friend.
No, last time I hugged you, I thought you had a microphone in your pants.
Why would I record our conversation? That's crazy.
It wasn't that type of microphone.
Yeah. I'm gonna record.
It was a small one?
I'm like, Barry, get off me, bro.
I'm gonna record him with my little bitty microphone. Yeah, right. Rampage, before we move on just from this thing, I do want to give the audience at home a chance to go here and watch your greatest kick moments. We made a nice little
you
video and we were putting it in the Jaxxon Podcast
that's
Discord.
awesome. That's
so I want
awesome.
everybody to go to the Jaxxon Podcast Discord.
No, but he's trolling me though.
And,
I'm telling
then
you, the trolling, dude.
you can watch this video we made of Rampage Jackson's greatest kick moments. It's him swimming in a suit filled with 3 girls in the Philippines. Him and his coach on a Duffy in the middle of the water. There's some other things, but it includes a magic bullet and this beat it bop it machine that they bought from Toys R Us. It's an amazing thing with amazing moments. Just so you know, Rampage got a brand new house. He's killing it. And he just built a taco stand in his backyard. And then he put a mural of the statue of David, you know, where God, like,
he's
Sistine
lying,
Chapel, you know, the 2 fingers touching. And it's him pointing to his coach, Sean Rez, with long hair on his roof.
They make fun of my coach because he looked like Fabio tomorrow.
Yeah, bro, say I'm lying. You don't have that beautiful painting on your roof?
You lying.
You don't have clouds in your roof? In your house? In your bedroom?
Yeah, for my daughter.
Hey, no. He
For my
made a
youngest
whole
daughter.
room for himself. It's got the galaxies. He's
I
got
got
his stylus Stratos is like coming on this side of the roof, and then he's got his coach Sean Rez on this side of the roof. He had a +1 in the Philippines. He didn't take me. He took his coach, Sean Rez. So he going here for the next 6 months.
Why am I taking him to the Philippines with me?
Do you know what me and you could have done? We would have.
No, y'all really touching up there?
Yeah, they are.
I'm stuck on that. Y'all really touching.
Yo, it's crazy, dog.
I would
He's like
never
half
take him
horse, half
to a
like
vacation
man,
with me.
his trainer, and then he's like half man, half wolf, and they're like doing this weird Chronicles of Narnia stuff with their fingers. I don't even know why you would do this in your own house, but it's your house. Do what you want. But I'll go hang out in the back.
You got friends that troll you like that, bro?
I'm not
Yes,
trolling.
unfortunately.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
Before we let you go, Rude Boy, I see a YouTube video. I see it on your shirt. What's Rude Boy?
This is my brand. Yeah.
Sick. Talk to us about it. What is it?
Sold out right now, so it's pretty much just me, Rude Boy. You know what I mean? It's different sayings on the back, different Jamaican sayings on the back. You know, like shit that I say.
Give us some
That's it.
sayings.
I want to
Hey,
hear him.
sold out. Santo needs to come in and get some fucking Rude Boy shirts.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's hear some of these sayings. What do we got?
This one on the back right now, like
That's
this
it,
one.
that's it.
Like,
Come over here in the middle.
Them dead.
What's that
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Like Jamaican.
I got another one that says no boy. No boy means like, yo, not one of them. No boy. Nobody can fuck with us. You know.
Hey, make Bear one that says Bati boy.
What is that?
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
cool.
It's real cool.
It's really
Bati
cool.
boy?
Yeah, Bati boy. It's like that's like.
I mean, strong, like you
He's
know,
strong,
like
you hard
like
ass.
you're a
Bati
beast.
boy.
Yeah, I mean-
Rampage a Bati boy.
No, you the Bati boy. You the
I'm not
Bati
gonna
boy.
say I'm stronger than you. Rampage a Bati boy.
No. It means you a hard ass.
Nah, I ain't gonna say I'm harder than you on a podcast. You
Yeah,
can't get killed.
Bear the Bati boy.
Nah, Rampage, that's all you. Rampage a Bati boy.
Oh, man, that's
It's from
crazy.
Top Shotters, right? From Marley. You remember that movie, Top Shotters? One of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
His favorite movie. You told me your favorite movie was Cool Runnings.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
That is a good
what
one.
you
When
told me
he
the other
kisses
day.
egg and he goes in this. I
do
can't
like
lie.
Cool Runnings.
It is a good
It
movie.
is a good
That's
movie.
Jamaica. That's where you're from.
It is a
So
classic.
you guys really
movie.
have a
It's a
bobsled team?
Yeah, we do now. We do. And we have no snow.
Because of the movie?
Yes.
So the movie made you guys get snow?
Yes.
That's
No, we
awesome.
don't get snow, but we have a team. We even have a place where you go and practice and
The
everything.
movie made you get
How the
snow.
team doing? No.
Not very good. I mean, it's not very popular, but it's a thing. It's a real thing.
What part of Jamaica are you from?
I'm from Spanish Town.
Where?
Yeah, Spanish Town.
I never even heard of
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Is that a tourist spot at all?
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah, you
No, not because you said it like that. No.
go YouTube it. It's
No.
crazy.
Hey, if I go over there with fake dreads and stuff, could I fit in?
Nah, it's
They'll know me right away. They're like,
it's
no,
funny.
you don't.
Jamaica is funny. I mean, Jamaica is an interesting place, right? You get so much love. You come to Jamaica, man. They would love you. You know,
really?
they would love you. All you guys. Like
Sweet.
it's like anywhere else. You know, it's contrary to popular belief. People think that it's a lot of bad shit going on, which there is everywhere. You know what I mean? But it's like bad shit happens in every place. You know what I mean? You just got to know where to go, where not to go. You know what I mean? So it's very black and white. Like it's rich, poor. There's no in between. You know what I mean? So that's why there's a lot of shit that happens because of that. But most you go to Kingston, you go to Montego Bay, Ocho Rios. There's a lot of beautiful places that a lot of good things happening. I mean, where I'm from a place called Techfoot, where it's like it's captured land. You know what I mean? It's captured land there. It's like captured land is basically like a lot of squatters. You just go, you build up whatever on there, and then when you build it, you just wait till the government comes and just like, all right, there's people here. We got to do something about this, and they basically run electric and start,
You
building
build it,
infrastructure.
and then they bring the infrastructure after?
Because there's so much people there. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So they have to do something, right?
Wow.
So that's where I grew up. Right, I grew up in a place called Techfoot over there, and Jamaica's an interesting place.
I want to go one day. I've been hearing good things about it. I dated
beautiful.
one Jamaican girl.
Let's take a trip.
Beautiful girls. I heard you got a lot of Chinese people over there too.
Yeah, it's a lot of Chinese people.
I want a Chinese girl to speak Jamaican.
One of my good friends, right? His name is Kyle. His last name is Chin. Kyle Chin, right? And he's Asian and he speaks full patois, like
Patois.
Straight patois.
Is that French mixed with African?
No,
What is it?
It's English. It's broken English. It's English mixed with the local language. So
Yeah, patois.
So what do you speak? What's the language?
it's all English. I speak English. So people always wonder, like, oh, how do I do so well? Like, how do you, because I was actually born in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Right? People don't know that, right? So people are like, how did you end up in Jamaica? I ended up in Jamaica when I was 2, right? And I lived in Jamaica ever since, up until I was like 17.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
So you didn't have the accent. You didn't have the accent.
No, so when I came up, I had the accent, but I could change it every time I want. I could just switch up. And when I'm in Jamaica or amongst, it's funny. I say this to people all the time. They're like, oh, but you don't, when you talk to us, you don't, and I watched the interview with you in Jamaica and you were like, I'm like, who the hell is this? But it's like, when I'm home, I only speak patois in my house. I only speak because my mom, you know what I mean, my brothers
They're all
and sisters.
still in Jamaica?
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, they're here.
Oh, they're here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
I got brothers and sisters in
Gotcha.
Jamaica and cousins and still aunties and all that in Jamaica still. But like in my house, we speak patois. All my friends, I speak patois. In the gym is the only place where I talk like this.
Is it hard for them to understand us like it's hard for us to understand them?
No.
They can understand everything we say?
Yeah.
So it's still English.
It's English.
It's still English.
But I know, but they got like, some words is I got to really
Teach
listen.
Rampage something real quick.
Bear smells like pum pum.
No, let's not do that. Teach Rampage like,
Yeah, I had Bisping. I do a show called Tiny Office, right? And I had Bisping on there and I was teaching him like proverbs and stuff like that. So I'll give you a proverb.
Okay.
When trouble take you, picnic shot fit you.
What's the last thing you said?
When trouble take you, picnic shot fit you. Picnic means like kid, right? So like, that's probably not a good one for you. That's
you're going to get that one.
Yeah, I don't-
That's a hard one for him. That was too hard.
I gave it easy.
Like
I gave
3
it easy
words.
one.
I just understood the first one. The first
What I say in the beginning?
When
trouble take you. So it's English. It really is English. It's just like you just gotta listen.
it's like poetry almost, huh?
No, it's definitely not. That was because it sounded
Rampage
like
wants you to sing him a haiku real quick, dude.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
kidding. I was
All
kidding.
right, so
Bate boy.
Rampage. All right, so mega ask you this in a patois now, right? Mega talk to you in a patois. Mega ask you like, how was it when coming up in a year time in a pride when you were dominating and a deal with people crazy? Like, what was that time like for you?
It was surreal.
All right, see?
Yeah.
It's
honestly,
English.
Yeah.
Wait, so Jamaican's just like a cool accent because all those were English words.
Yeah, it's English, but it depends on how, like, I kind of dressed it up, like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you laid it up for
Yeah,
that. That
you know
was
what I
too
mean?
easy. He can understand
But
it.
like,
This guy's like, he
but
plays
like,
sometimes
like
like he don't.
if I'm like talking to like my mans in them, like my friend or
Yeah.
something, like that, I'm gonna say, yo, dog, where you you know what I'm saying? Why pre? You know what I mean? We're there today on. I go and take it easy, like. Why pre?
Oh, where you at today? I'm
Where
gonna try to bro, you gotta watch Top Shot. I feel like I speak this. I watch Top Shot. I feel like I got this whole
What's
thing.
that? What's that
unlocked.
top shot? What's
Top
that?
Shot is the best movie of all time.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah, it's a great movie. Hey, is the Bob Marley family still like run
Yes.
Jamaica?
I wouldn't say run Jamaica, but like they're super affluent and just well known, and like they definitely have a huge influence. The Bob Marley Foundation does a lot of good things for like the youth in the inner city and all that stuff. Yeah.
When y'all do karaoke out there, is it reggae songs only?
No, it's not. It's not. That's valid. That's valid. No, it's not. But I tell you, depends on where you at is where you're gonna get karaoke. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people not doing karaoke. It just depends on where
damn.
you at. You know.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you do great
Man.
karaoke.
I gotta go to Jamaica one time.
Let's do a team trip.
I don't want to go with you.
Why? We would have a lot of fun.
don't
Me,
know.
you, and TJ.
I think you would, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you would love it. I think you would love it.
But if we did do like a team trip, it would just be like messing around the whole time.
He'd be
you know?
messing around.
I bring out to some parties like some real like
Oh yeah.
some real Jamaican,
wow,
not like the
awesome.
tourist shit. Like I'll bring
Okay,
out to
yeah,
some
yeah.
spots. Like
That'd be sick.
Could we invite some Asian Jamaicans?
oh yeah.
All
You're going to Jamaica. Why don't you just?
I'll
get
show you some
Jamaican?
videos after like of some Asians.
You got
in the
Asian
park.
Jamaican girlfriend?
Yeah, they got Asians out there. They
There's
bad as
Asians.
hell.
There's like there's a lot of Asians in Jamaica. The Asian.
Where are they
Unfortunately,
from?
China basically like they basically they might as well own Jamaica at this point.
For real?
There's a
Wait,
lot
so the Chinese people immigrate to
Jamaica. Yeah,
Why
they,
Jamaica?
They built the highway there. Jamaica's a lot.
a highway from China to Jamaica.
No. There's a highway that goes right through the middle of the island. You know, the Chinese built it. You know, they
Yeah.
had a deal with the government, and they
Yeah.
built a highway that runs right through the middle from end to end.
Are they bringing money there though and helping out and stuff? Just
Yes,
Chinese
yes,
restaurants?
yes, and no, yes and no. So it's a lot of controversy, and there's a lot. You know, a lot of people don't like it. Some people do. It's like, what ain't the country has their politics of what one side thinks should happen and one side thinks shouldn't happen, but there's a lot going on. So hopefully things will change. But I tell you what, Jamaica is going through a time right now where it's a lot of shit being built. You know, so like there's a lot of opportunity in Jamaica to make a lot of money. So that's why you see a lot of people overseas are like, you know,
I love it.
Swarming.
I love it. Randy, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on.
No, for sure.
I've been
I want to know
messaging
how
you
long he's out with
nonstop.
your hand, though.
Yeah. Before we go, 2 more questions.
6 to 8 weeks. I'll be back. I'm aiming to fight Jeff Neal.
Oh, hands of steel.
Yeah. I want that fight.
He's
So
fighting Jeff Neal.
well,
He
I
wants it.
want that fight.
That's Rampage's guy.
I want that fight. So I'm looking and trying to get that fight for in October, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you feel good though? You feel like your hand's gonna be back?
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks. They told me. You know, I told Audie, I was like, listen, I'm, August, September, and he was like, just wait till October.
McGregor's agent?
Yeah,
You deal with him too?
yeah. With Paradigm,
Oh yeah. How is dealing with him?
I love it. He's a man. Audie's a
good?
man. He's the best manager out there.
That's crazy.
Really is.
I thought this was your manager.
It is. They're
He
all
is my man.
paradigm.
We're all Paradigm. It's all Paradigm.
Adi manages McGregor.
Oh, you met McGregor?
No, yeah, actually I did at the.
Tell that
premiere.
nigga to send me my picture.
We've been hearing about this
Oh, the
photo
one
for
from
a year.
Dubai? One from
That one
Dubai?
from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Tell that nigga to send me my picture. I've been waiting. I'm a big fan of McGregor.
You gotta tell.
I'm a big
He
fan
can
of
pass.
McGregor. I'm one of his biggest fans, man. He took the picture. My friend took the picture. It was a shitty picture.
Can I show you the photo that Rampage sent to us in a group chat and said, "Hey guys, I just took a photo with McGregor in Dubai. Where were you?"
Saudi Arabia. I
This
just
is
told
what
him.
he sends me in our podcast group chat. Me, TJ, Luke Rockhold, him, and our producers. Hey, just took a photo with McGregor. Can you see him?
Let me see it.
The finger.
Let me see that. For real. I'm for real. I can't see it. Yeah, that's the picture.
That's tough.
Hey,
That's
and then
tough.
TJ goes, "What are you talking about?" And Rampage goes,
took
"No,
it?
that's McGregor and me."
took it?
One of my friends, Adele. He's a
guy,
fighter.
girl?
He's
A
a
fighter?
fighter. Yeah, he's a
Nah,
fighter.
He hated it.
Yeah, he
hated
took.
it.
He took. I took.
never met McGregor.
No.
Hey,
Listen,
he never met
I met
McGregor.
McGregor.
He's
Look,
lying.
I took the picture of him and Conor, and then he was shaking. I guess he was so
You
excited.
never met McGregor.
I met Conor McGregor.
Never met him.
I met Conor
He
McGregor.
was telling us, "I'm
He's
going to
cool
go
as
to
hell.
Saudi Arabia. I'm going to meet McGregor." And
No,
I'm
I
like,
didn't know.
"No, you're
I didn't know he
not.
was going to be there. He's lying. I didn't know he was going to be there.
I don't see McGregor nowhere to be found.
I got a question that I wanted to ask you coming on here, right? I just remembered, right? Shannon the Cannon, man, your best friend. Right?
My best friend.
Oh.
What's up with y'all gonna fight or what? I've been waiting years to see y'all fight, man.
Man, I've been waiting years too. But now, hey, honestly, I don't think nobody wanted to see that fight because we had. But this is what we had going on. Same thing about my last fight. We had some guys out in Qatar. He brought them to me. Him and Judah, right? Judah brought it to him. Brought these people to him, and he brought them to me. And initially, I had like a FaceTime with them in a group, and they said, "Oh, they gonna put on the fight and stuff like that." And then I was like, "How much they talking about paying?" And they said the price. I hung up the phone.
All right.
And so initially, my first thought was like, "Oh, these people full of shit." And then he called me back. He said, "No, man, they're real. They're the real deal. They want to put on the fight out in Qatar." The guy wasted like 3 or 4 months of my fucking life. I'm gonna be on the phone with this guy from Qatar for hours. I don't understand his play. I don't understand it. Yeah, he told me too. He had his
It's like this
attorney.
whole GFL thing,
I had
too.
my attorney do all the research.
And he told me, but I didn't want to believe him. You know why? The guy sold me a dream. He said he was gonna give me my own MMA league out in Qatar.
Tried beating me up at Nobu. Tried beating me up at Nobu because I was looking out for him.
No, I thought he was
ruined
hating.
everything for me. And I walked in here. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
thought he was
never
hating.
seen these eyes before. I thought he was gonna eat me. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? He's like,
So I really want to fight.
So why don't y'all take it to a next promotion? Just take it to a next promotion.
But you know,
I want to see it. It's an Instagram thing at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are funny when y'all go
Yeah,
back and forth.
yeah.
So I'm like, at this point, I want to see it.
Yeah, I let it go. I let all that. I stopped trolling him on Instagram. So I see him getting in shape, like he trying to fight.
Because for the longest, he just been yelling, "Let's go, champ!" And I'm like, all right, I want to see this guy do something for the
he
longest.
was
I
an
wanna shut
amazing
him
boxer.
He was sick.
He was an amazing boxer, but I feel like the moment that social media wasn't there, and then he missed a lot of those bigger moments because of social media. I feel like then he came back. It's hard for guys like that from maybe the older regimes to then see everything that's going on and all these possibilities. It's a lot.
I can tell you this though, over the years and stuff like that, I gotten to know Shannon. He's actually a good dude though. And he's
You can
funny.
tell.
Yeah,
I can tell. Even
Very
through
nice.
everything, you can tell.
Very nice
Yeah,
guy.
he's funny.
I surprised him. Rampage didn't know. I flew him in here a week before they were going to announce a fight. We went and got coffee across the street. And Shannon's like 6'10", like 300 pounds. And his hands are bigger than my head. This dude's like a straight, like, I don't even know if he's real. He might be an Anunnaki or something. But we walk in here and Rampage was just chilling all nice and happy, drinking his coffee or whatever he was drinking. And you just hear, let's go, champ. And then Rampage turns around. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to fight. I go, I've never seen, this is like, you put two T-Rexes together in a cage. It's like someone's coming out dead. And then they both stood up and I was like, TJ, what do I do? And then Luke Rockhold ran over. I had to go get him from the coffee shop.
You gonna fight him right there?
No, they were going to scrap.
I was bullshit.
I have Luke Rockhold separate them. I thought they were going to scrap.
Yeah, no, but we cool now though. We cool.
At that time, would you have fought him?
Yeah,
Rampage would have killed him.
Yeah, because he don't know nothing about MMA.
Nah.
You know what? He fought one kickboxing match, right? And they put him you guys remember what's his name? Big Cat Eric he fought in Pride.
He got leg kicked, right?
Yeah,
he got leg
but he
kicked.
fought a wrestler. They put a wrestler in a kickboxing fight, and Shannon beat him, and then he thinks, yeah, I could do kickboxing. I beat up this kickboxer. What was his name? His name was Eric something, but he was a
They
wrestler.
fought in K1?
He fought in K1, something like that. But they put a wrestler from Pride in a kickboxing fight. MMA. He's an MMA fighter. But
The
he was
only
a wrestler.
boxer that could actually kickbox, I think, like legit, like a huge boxer, like right now, that's relevant, is Big Baby. My dude, Big Baby.
Oh, you know how to kickbox?
Big Baby got glory fights, like a lot of glory fights, like a lot. Like he fought Crow Cop.
He fought Crow Cop?
Yeah, Crow Cop kicked him in the head. He like rolled that shit, and like they.
How did he beat
Jamel
Crow Cop?
Miller. Jamel Miller. He fought twice, I think. I think it was like the first one was close, and then I think he lost the second one.
Oh man, Crow Cop's a real deal.
Yeah, he got a lot of good fights in kickboxing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Respect to him. Tell him I said what's up. Him and Luke Rockhold used to be good friends.
Yeah, because he trained in Florida with them at one point.
Luke Rockhold trained everywhere. Have you trained with Luke Rockhold?
Nah, but again, he's like for Luke it's like same like you guys for me. It's like
Luke actually is in Vegas right now. I'm not supposed to say this. Are we live on Kick?
No, we're not
All right,
live.
cool. Luke Rockhold's actually been in Khalil Roundtree's training camp.
Nice.
So Luke Rockhold's up in Vegas. We have him out there for a week as a team. Jaxxon and Santos Dio are trying to really get behind all the fighters. We got TJ coming in here. Rampage gives a lot of advice. We're building a lot of coaches and team. We have Bernardo out there, our head of jiu-jitsu. He's our head coach. So Luke's being a good team player all of a sudden.
How's Roundtree look?
Roundtree looks phenomenal. I did 2 rounds with him. He killed me.
I love his mindset, dude. Roundtree's amazing.
Yeah. He's a good human.
He's very good human.
Very balanced, very centered, like has a good understanding of life, very appreciative of everybody around him. One thing I love about Roundtree is very respectful to the OGs.
Yes.
He loves the people that came before him. He loves putting them not on a pedestal, but making sure everybody in the room respects Rampage, respects TJ. When we're here, sometimes we joke around too much, but people out home don't know, like we're best friends. My family known Rampage for years. TJ eats with my family. Like it's a different dynamic. With that being said, Randy got a flight to catch. He got to go.
You got a flight to catch? Okay.
Yeah, you got to go. So first of all, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Rampage, congratulations on being a cowboy. It's a phenomenal look for you, and I think it's gonna serve you well.
New character unlocked.
Yeah, honestly, I do think it's a new character unlock. I think you in a flannel is a phenomenal look. It really tightens you up a little bit.
No, I don't want to hear that no more from him.
Why?
Bati boy. For real, Bati boy.
Rampage, you a Bati boy.
No,
we
I'm not.
are Jamaican.
I'm not checking on that one.
Okay. And TJ,
Can't wait
congrats
to
on
get you up in the top 15, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to happen quick. You get out there, get another victory. You've had such a long career now. It's time to get you in the top 15, being a contender, you know?
Yeah, man.
Because you got all the talent to do it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I paid my dues, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Still paying
Heck
it.
Who's the champ in his weight class? That guy they just showed.
He fought him.
JDM.
JDM.
Oh, you got that. You got that.
JDM just beat Bilal for the fight.
You want the rematch with Battle first or JDM first? Be honest.
Battle got one. I let him go, man. He'll be all right. I let him go. But if he, somehow if he gets there and I'm there, I'll take it. But at this point, I'm not actively looking to go fight Battle.
It's not going to get him any closer to what he wants.
This guy wants a belt.
Hey, when I was a cowboy, this girl walked up to me. She was like, "One of my friends is dating a UFC fighter." I'm like, "Who?" She was like, "Bryan Battle." I'm like, "Real?" He's getting around.
It was probably chopped.
Hey, thanks for watching the Jaxxon podcast. We'll see you next week.